So, what is going on YouTube boys, Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys I'm coming at you with the brand new Fairy Tail deck profile for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and with the release of the new Battles of Legends Relentless Revenge, we finally got the entire Golden Castle of Stromberg deck for you guys today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are a huge fan of the anime like I am, this deck profile is definitely the deck for you. This deck may not be as competitive, but I try to build this deck as competitive as possible to try to compete in today's metagame. But overall, this deck is just a very fun deck to play. I incorporated some of my own cards and tech choices in the deck, which I'll explain throughout the deck profile. So if you guys want to see more deck profiles like these, make sure you guys go down there right now and smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already, and turn on the notification bell to get notified each time I upload videos. By the way guys, if you guys want to help support the channel, make sure you guys get your cloth Sky Striker playmat today. I do free shipping to Canada, USA, international shipping may cost extra, and this is the double-sided cloth playmat. One side has Agari and Shizuku, and the other side has Rei and also Hayate with the extra link zones in the middle, which is pretty awesome. And I also have my 140,000 subscriber playmat available. So if you guys want to get both, that'll be absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for helping support the channel. To start off with a monster, you're going to play, of course, Triple Cinderella. This card is absolutely gorgeous. The original name of this card was Cinderella, but I'm pretty sure that Konami was actually afraid to get sued by Disney, so they have to change this card's name to Princessin. This card is normal summon or special summon. You can special one pumpkin carriage from your hand or deck. Then if Golden Castle of Stromberg is on the field, you can equip one glass slipper from your deck to this card. All the Golden Castle monsters gain additional effect while Golden Castle of Stromberg is on the field, and its secondary effect reads that you can only use this effect of Princessin once per turn. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, you can target one glass slipper equipped to this card and one face-up monster on the field, and equip that glass slipper to that target. So glass slipper basically makes Cinderella, aka the princess, gain 1,000 attack. Card will essentially becomes 1,300 attack, and while Pumpkin Carriage is on the field, this card can actually make a direct attack, which is pretty awesome. So consistently every single turn, if you have Glass Slipper equipped to this card while Pumpkin Carriage is on the field, you can consistently deal 1,300 damage to your opponent, which is pretty nice. So start out with a monster. You want to play Triple Princessin. To accompany Cinderella, you want to play, of course, Double Pumpkin Carriage. If you guys do not know what the effect is, the effect reads that Princessin you control can attack directly. So while the princess is equipped to Glass Slipper, she'll become 1,300 attack, and while this card is on the board, she can attack directly for 1,300 damage, which is pretty awesome. And your opponent cannot target Golden Castle of Stromberg you control with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, which is amazing. So it cannot be targeted and cannot be destroyed while this card is on the board, which is pretty nice. Next off, for your Golden Castle of Stromberg Searcher, you want to play, of course, Triple Glyph, the Phantom Bird. You can discard this card, add one Golden Castle of Stromberg directly from your deck to your hand. So this card is a built-in terraforming from the deck, and this card has an amazing on-summon effect where its effect reads that if this card is normal summon or special summon, you can target one card in your opponent's spawn trap card zone, destroy it. So this card actually helps remove any problematic back rolls or floodgates, which is pretty awesome. And Golden Castle of Stromberg can tutor out this card directly from the deck. Next off, for your Warrior Engine, you'll play, of course, Triple Iron Hands. Okay, this card is really good as well. If you guys don't know what his effect is, that his effect reads that if this card is summoned, you can special summon one Iron Knight from your deck. Also, if Golden Castle of Stromberg is not in the field zone when this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. And you can only use the effect of Iron Hands once per turn. Gain 1,000 attack for each Iron Knight you control while Golden Castle Stromberg is on the field. So this card enables you to actually bring out Iron Knight directly from the deck, which is really awesome. And Iron Knight and also this card has a really good synergy with each other. If you have Golden Castle Stromberg on the field, you can actually make Utopia the Lightning to actually push for a significant amount of damage, which is pretty awesome. And also helps you get access to rank 4 XYZs. So the main key in this deck is obviously trying to keep Golden Castle Stromberg on the field for as long as possible, so that way that you can just generate enough damage to kill your opponent. And while having Golden Castle Stromberg on the field, you know, any monster your opponent will try to attack you, that monster will basically get destroyed and your opponent will lose damage, which is pretty awesome. If you guys don't know what Iron Knight's effect is, that it loses 1,000 attack while you control Iron Hand. If this card is on the field, is destroyed by battle or sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can add one Iron Hands directly from your deck to your hand. Or if the Golden Castle Stromberg is on the board, you can add any warrior monster directly from your deck to your hand. These cards obviously synergize really well together, just like, you know, the way that, you know, Cinderella and also Pumpkin Carriage synergize well with each other. And the really good thing about all these monsters is that they all get their effects if they're normal or special summon. Okay, so if you use Golden Castle Stromberg to special summon them directly from the deck, you will still gain its effect to actually special summon another monster from the deck. If you summon Cinderella, Cinderella can bring out, you know, Pumpkin Carriage. If you summon Iron Hands can bring out the Iron Knight. Next off, for the best boss monster in the deck, you're going to play, of course, Triple Hextrude. This card is absolutely amazing. She reminds me so much of Kurenai Sensei. If you guys watch my videos, I always reference her to Kurenai Sensei. Just if you guys are curious, this is the TCG version of Hextrude, obviously, and this is the OCG version. Look how much censoring that they've actually done to this card. Look at that. So this is the TCG version. Okay, and this is the OCG version. God damn, Kurenai Sensei, man. But anyways, guys, off to her effect. If you guys do not know what her effect is, it reads that if Golden Castle Stromberg is in the field zone, you can normal summon this card without tributing it once per turn. If Golden Castle Stromberg is in your field zone, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. So this card is, destroys back, will destroy any problematic monster, destroy floodgates, anything. And if you do, this card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can target one face of monster you control. It gains 400 attack. So basically, if it kills a monster, you can target herself, make her gain 400 attack, it should become 3,000, and she can just attack once again. And her effect is actually not a hard once per turn, so if you guys have multiple copies of her on the field, you can potentially pop up to 3 cards on your opponent's side of the field, which is pretty good. So Hextrude, definitely one of the best boss monsters in the deck, and Golden Castle Stromberg can 2-route her directly from the deck. So you want to maximize yourself when actually playing this card in the pure version, in my opinion. So triple Hextrude, really good card to play in the deck. Next off to your hand traps to play, of course, triple Side-Frame Gear Gamma. This card is absolutely amazing. Throughout testing, guys, I always get Ash Blossom on the field spell, whether or not I'll be activating Terraforming or Glyph, the Phantom Bird's effect to search for my Golden Castle. Ash Blossom is always there to try to stop me, so playing cards like Side-Frame Gear Gamma can actually become very beneficial because you can access the cards like Red Dragon Archfiend and also cards like, Side-Frame, Lord Omega to actually nuke a card out of your opponent's hand. And obviously the one Side-Frame Driver, this card is an ultra rare now. It's actually really, really beautiful. And you're playing Driver because you're playing Side-Frame Gear Gamma. And last but not least, for the other hand traps that I'm playing in the deck is I'm playing triple Drone Lockbird. I feel like Drone Lockbird is the best hand trap in today's metagame, since decks like Gookies and also Sky Strikers are just heavily reliant on actually getting cards directly from the deck to your hand. Drone Lockbird just stops that completely as a whole. You guys can also play Ash Blossoms if you guys would like instead of Drone Lockbird. It's all up to personal preference on what you guys want to play. Just use my deck as a guide to what you guys can play in your own deck. You guys can substitute Gammas for the Ash if you guys would like, but this is just my personal preference. I believe that this 6 hand trap lineup is definitely more than enough to actually compete against today's metagame. Definitely a must-have in the deck. So that's pretty much it for the monsters. Let's go off for the spells. For the spells, you're obviously playing the heart and soul of the deck. Triple Golden Castle Stromberg. This card is absolutely amazing. If you guys do not know what its effect is, that once returned during your standby phase, you must banish 10 cards from the top of your deck face down. This is not optional, guys, so you have to. Okay, you need to banish 10. If you have 9, you're destroying this card. If you have 8, you're destroying this card. Okay, as long as you have more than 10 cards, 10 or more cards, you need to banish those cards face down, or this card is destroyed. During your main phase, you can special summon one monster from your deck that specifically lists the card Golden Castle Stromberg in its text. You can special summon Iron Hands, Iron Knight. You can basically special summon the whole deck, Hextrude, directly from the deck, which is pretty amazing. And its effect means that you cannot normal summon or set the turn you activate its effect, even if this card leaves the field. In this deck, you actually do not do a lot of normal summoning while Golden Castle Stromberg is on the board, which is amazing. You also have a lot of cards that actually special summon monsters, which I'll further explain once I progress through the spell lineup. But this card is actually really good. Most of the time throughout testing, guys, while I have this card on the board, I'm not normal summoning anyways. I'm just going to try to bring out, cards like Hextrude. I actually try to push for more damage. When an opponent monster declares an attack, destroy the attacking monster. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attack that that monster had on the field. So this card is essentially kind of like a mini Mirror Force for your Golden Castle monsters or any monster that you control, because anytime your opponent were to attempt to attack, that monster would be destroyed. Next one to play, of course, the One Glass Slippers. This card is amazing. This card is obviously works really well with Cinderella. If this card is equipped to a fairy monster, it gains 1,000 attacks. So while Pumpkin Carriage and Cinderella's on the board while equipped to Glass Slippers, Cinderella will become 1,300 attack, and 1,300 attack directly, to the face is actually a lot if you can do it consistently. If this card is equipped to a non-fairy monster, it cannot attack. Also, it loses 1,000 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster is destroyed, you can target one prison you control, equip this card to that target. So you can basically just, nuke a monster's on the field's attack by 1,000, and, you usually equip it to your opponent's monster, and that monster won't be able to attack. And if the monster were destroyed, and if the monster were destroyed, Glass Slipper will be equipped back to, the princess, which is pretty awesome. So triple Golden Castle Stromberg and 1 Glass Slippers, definitely more than enough to play in the deck. And that's pretty much rounds off for the entire, Golden Castle archetype for the spells. Let's go off to your supporting spells. For a supporting spell, you want to obviously play, triple Terraforming. You want to get access to, Golden Castle Stromberg directly from your deck to your hand as quickly as possible. Next, guys, I play triple Scapegoat. This card, you guys do not understand how powerful this card is in today's metagame and how good it is in this deck, because during your opponent's end phase, you flip Scapegoat. During your turn, you draw. Standby phase, you banish 10. Main phase 1, you activate, Golden Castle's effect, especially with a monster from the deck. You have 5 monsters on the board, and then you can proceed into making your link monsters, which is really amazing. And this is what I was talking about, where this deck does not do a lot of normal summoning because you have cards like Scapegoat. So Scapegoat doesn't conflict with Golden Castle and Stromberg at all, because Golden Castle doesn't say that you can't special summon for the rest of the turn. It just says that you can't normal summon or the turn you activate this effect. So cards like Scapegoat just synergizes really well with this deck, and it's just one of the best push cards in today's meta games. Making link monsters in today's game, like making nightmares, is just so good. Like nightmares in today's game, you can do so many things: pop monsters, pop back rolls, returns a monster to the deck. Scapegoat is just an overall like the best, you know, token generator in today's game right now, and it's obviously, I believe it deserves to go to 1. And then last but not least, we're gonna play, of course, Triple Call by the Grave. This card is actually really good against Pierce Tri-Strikers, you know, banishing the Ray from the graveyard, and at the same time helps, you know, negate hand traps like Ash Blossom, and also cards like Drone Lockbird. And then for the trap cards, I'm playing Double Infinite Impermanence, you know, just another good hand traps, you know, while going second. And it also negates the column for the entire turn, which is pretty good. So Infinite Impermanence is actually pretty nice. And last but not least, we're gonna play, of course, the 1 Solemn Judgment for your 40th card. You know, Solemn Judgment is just a really good card in today's meta game. You know, and it helps negate anything. So that's pretty much it for the main deck, guys. Some of the cards you guys may want to consider playing the deck is cards like Necrophase. If I had Necrophase, I would definitely incorporate it into the deck. But it isn't needed, but it does come up sometimes to actually help recycle your banished cards directly to the deck. So if I were to have to change something, I would probably consider on actually adding Necrophase, but it's all up to personal preference on what you guys want to play in your own deck. Just be sure to use my deck list as a guide to what you guys can play in your own deck. On to the rank 4 XYZs are playing cards like Baguska, you know, really good cards, you know, Abyss Dweller for the Gookie matchup, Utopia, and Utopia Lightning, because you can easily make these cards with, you know, Iron Hands and also the Iron Knight, which is pretty cool. Offshore Synchros are playing cards like Cyframe, Lord Omega, and also the 1 Red Dragon Archfiend, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, I mean, which is really good. Scarlet, you can easily make it with Gamma and also with a driver. And Offshore Link Monster, Topologic Bomber Dragon. You're also playing, you know, Topologic Trisbana, Borlow Dragon, easily access this card. Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Cerberus. Nightmares literally save Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Nightmare Phoenix, Link Spider, Link Karibo, and then last but not least, you're playing the 1 Isolde to round off your extra deck, because Isolde, you can easily make it with the 2 Warrior Monsters. So that's pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this deck profile, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. Hopefully my explanations, you know, help you guys learn a little bit about the deck, and leave a comment, you know, your thoughts and your opinions about this current deck list. Do you have any own card choices that you guys want to incorporate in the deck? That's pretty much for this deck profile. This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 signing out. Alright guys, peace!
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a king with it, like no, this league business.